it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Welcome back to another Into the Radius 2 video, boys. It's been a minute, dude. We haven't seen a new update in forever, and I'm just gonna say, this is not a drill, okay? This is not a fucking drill. The new 0.14 update is officially released as a beta version, so this isn't the completely finished version of this update, but we're gonna get to test it out a little bit today, and one of the main things we were looking forward to in this update was the modular weapon system. For upgrading all of your guns, you can customize them literally part by part, piece by piece, boys. You can build your entire arsenal with your own two bare hands. And this is honestly a pretty massive update, I'm not gonna lie to you, so we're just gonna be covering the gun section in today's video, and then I'm gonna save everything else for a video next week, because believe me, dude, when I tell you, this is an expansive, this is a massive, having a hard time thinking of another word for basically huge update for customization to guns. Like, look at this, bro. We got dust covers, we got long barrels, we got short barrels, dude. We got muzzles, handguards, rails, stocks, pistol grips, a f***ing end cap, suppressors, stock adapters, front sights, rear sights. Dude, literally, I could go all day, boys, but needless to say, we're not gonna be running out of fun shit to do in this game anytime soon. First, let's talk about the right side of the shop now. The devs have somehow crammed every single gun in the game on the right side of the shop. You're gonna see each and every gun, and it has a corresponding upgraded version. I also don't want to walk past this thing, dude. Check this out. This is the upgraded advanced artifact detector. It's got a little flashlight on here because you're gonna see in next week's video, we're gonna be able to use these to find some invisible artifacts. I don't want to spoil things too early, all right? The visual effects of the new artifact detection, insane, dude. And on top of that, we did not only get the ability to customize our guns piece by piece, we have some new additions to our arsenal of weapons. Take a look here, boys. These are two brand new 919 chambered weapons. All right, first, I'm just gonna drool over the MP9, dude. This thing, I didn't think this was gonna come to Into the Radius 2. This baby is a very compact submachine gun with an extremely high rate of fire. It comes with a pretty fat 30-round magazine too, so that's very nice. And there's so many different options for customizing this gun. Look at how many rails are on this freaking thing, and check out the fat suppressor on that. And then we have the PP19 Vityaz, dude. Now you might think to yourself, that looks a lot like the Bizon. Is that the Bizon? No, dude, this is a completely different beast. This is essentially an AK style submachine gun. It is chambered in 919, not 918. And it uses a different magazine. This is a 30-round magazine. This guy is an absolute monster though, boys. I kind of want to dual wield MP9s, but I also just want to use the PP19 Vityaz and the MP9. Now let's just take a closer look at some of the customizations that the devs have thought up for these guns. Check out the pimped out version of the AKS-74U, boys. You can go wood, classic, or you can go full on high-tech special ops, shredder style. Look at all the rails on this baby. Take a look at that stock. Oh my gosh, boys, check out the Bizon. It's got a long barrel on it now and a completely different handguard. That is so sick. Could you even tell that this is a PP91, dude? I halfway thought that was a new gun. Damn, brother. With the telescopic stock. Check out the Saiga. This is probably the greatest beta update I've ever seen in this game. We still have all of the exact same sights and attachments. That didn't change. Upgraded version of the SVD. This is looking amazing. Oh my god. And then here we have our third new weapon of the update, boys. It is the SR-25. This baby is essentially a designated marksman rifle. It's semi-automatic. Very versatile, dude. This thing packs a punch too. Check out the upgraded version, dude, with the designated scope and ergonomic pistol grip. That is looking tough, boys. Hot damn. We have a few more guns over here. We are able to upgrade the AKM with a bunch of different parts. That follows the same modular weapon building system that is new in this beta. However, some guns don't follow that system just yet. For example, the SKS follows the same old weapon system, so you can't really upgrade it with like modular parts yet. Same with the VSS and the Val and the Groza. These all follow the old weapon customization system, so they're not modular quite yet. A couple other guns that do not follow the new system are the pistols, the Fort 17, the PM, the M9, and the Glock are not quite modular guns yet. Not at least to the extent that all of the other weapons are in the game, but they will be. And don't get me wrong, obviously there's still plenty of options for customizing these guns. Even though they're not completely modular, you can still very much so have your way with these things, not in a weird way. There's also a slight change to where things are actually actually placed. Different attachments like the top rails, sights, various other rails, front sights, rear sights, and D-mounts can be found on the lower shelves now over here. If you can't find something that you're looking for, just crouch and then you'll probably see it. This is drastically increasing the amount of dopamine and serotonin and all that good shit in my brain right now. I feel like a crackhead in a crack shop. I'm not gonna spend too much time over on the right side of the shop. Let's take a look at the left side. This is what everybody's wanting to get into, dude. We have every single individual part you could ever want for these guns. Each and every single one of these parts has its very own collision box, and the way that these babies just snap onto each other like fucking puzzle pieces is extremely satisfying. What do we have here though? A Benelli M2, a new shotgun, you say? I'm not seeing the main body of the Benelli M2. Where the hell is that? Weird. This must just be a little bit of a teaser then. Oh, that's gonna be so sick. Okay, but as you can see, boys, we got the IZH-27, PP-91, AK-74, AKM, AKS-74U, Saiga 12, PP-19 Bizon, the Vityaz, M4A1, the SR-25, SVD, and G36. We also have these big, beautiful open walls, which I'm assuming we're gonna have the motherfucking Mosin Nagant on one of these walls, plus probably a bunch of pistols and probably the other guns like the SKS, the VSS, and the Val, and the Groza. Did I not tell you that this was going to be massive? I might just have to honestly make one of every single gun. I think that's going to be the goal for this video, because like I said, this is way too big of an update for me to just fit into one video. So first up, let's create a PP-19 Vityaz, dude. So what is the extent of gun customization truly in here? Okay. Alright, so I know we're gonna be good there. Okay, so let's get a dust cover, and then we need a long-railed handguard. Long-rail handguard with a short barrel. Alright, we're gonna swap this shit out. We're doing long barrel, long handguard. Alright, let's slap a silencer on this baby. And then, what kind of stock do we want, boys? Honestly, bro, I'm gonna go classy. Folding stock. There's no way I can't use this on here. Oh. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 boys. Okay, pistol grips. This is an AK format submachine gun, so should be able to use... Oh, that looks so good. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Okay, we're gonna use 2 of these. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Let's do a bottom rail so I can put an actual foregrip on here. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting f***ing excited right now. Can I put a D-mount on here? Check that out. Oh my god. This is freaking blowing my mind right now. Check that out, bro. Mine looks so much better. All right, let's do this. Hold up. Ooh, oh my god, that sight magnifier is so good. And then, you know, of course, dude, we gotta doctor this thing up a little bit. Put some f***ing laser dots on there. Put a flashlight on this baby. You know what I'm saying? This is wicked awesome, dude. All right, boys, that is the Vityaz in the books. Let's just go down the line. Next up is the Bizon. Ooh, I love that we can create a long barrel Bizon now. Bam, we got our receiver, railed handguard, and a railed dust cover. And then we're gonna slap the long barrel on this thing, dude. That doesn't even look like a Bizon anymore, boys. This is freaking sick. I'm gonna do stealthy build. We got the suppressor. All right, what stock do we want to use? Let's go high tech, dude. I'm gonna use this thing. Bro, that looks terrifying. All right, and then for the pistol grip, we're gonna go with you. Let's get this massive 64 round magazine in here. Finish her off. Ooh, what is this? Who are you, bro? What are you? That is hazardous to your health. Bam. So many options. Devastating, dude. This is a telescopic stock, too. Next up is the Saiga. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go long barrel. Ka-chow. Ka-chow. Obviously, bro, we gotta do the railed handguard and the railed dust cover. You can't just not do that. All right, read your old muzzle brake. Can I put this on my Saiga? Oh, yes. We're gonna do this. Because that looks freaking classy. Both sides. Dude. Let's do a tan one now, just for funsies. Alright, my dudes, Saiga 12K is in the books. While I do this, I'm gonna tease you guys a little bit on what's to come in next week's video, because a lot actually happened in this update. It's not really just modular weapons. We got some pretty fat changes to the maps, and even a new enemy variant. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go classic old school handguard, and then we're gonna do a wicked rail dust cover, and bam, this muzzle brake. Let's use you. This thing looks pretty high tech. This is such an amazing update. I could not be happier with this right now. Also in this new update, we have things like some redesigned artifacts, some new altered items out in the radius for us to collect, as well as changes to interiors of some of the buildings on all of the maps. This is something that has been long awaited and we have never gotten, and I can actually show you guys this one because I don't have to go out into the zone to do it. Check this shit out, son. All right, look at this. I'm holding one magazine, and now I am holding 2 magazines. Yup, feast your eyes, boys. We have mag palming now. And not only that, technically, if you want to knock the magazines out, you can do that, dude. That is going to be so freaking helpful, dude. You have no idea. We're going to be able to load so much faster when we're mowing down mimics and fragments out there. Check this out. Bam, we have a shotgun shell. Let's grab it. Bam, we have a second shotgun shell. Let's freaking grab it, dude. Everybody knows this, dude. Trying to actually get your gun reloaded in time with a shotgun is annoying when you had to do single shell, but now you can just go bam, instant, brother. Check out how freaking fast this reload time is, dude. That was gonna save my ass so much out in the zone. And I did do a little bit of exploring already out in the radius. I couldn't quite help myself. I was able to find some pieces to a Bizon absolutely destroyed, which means we actually get to clean each individual part now, dude. This is gonna make the game so much more hands-on and interactive, boys. This is beyond a 10 out of 10 update so far. I am so freaking excited to actually go out into the zones and see what has changed on the maps and see the different fragment. Apparently it's like a mixture of a phantom or something. Oh, what's next? What else can we create? Okay, let's make an AKM now. We're doing that. I'm going wood just because I freaking love the way that that looks, bro. Yes, boys. The extent that you can customize guns in here makes me so happy. I'm so amped for this update when it officially releases, dude. I wonder what they're gonna change. I know that we're maybe gonna get the Benelli M2. I'm not sure about the other guns, but holy hell, check that monstrosity out, dude. That is the sickest AKM I've ever seen in this game. Up next is the PP91. So we got our body. We only have one option for the dust cover. Ooh. And then, dude, we have some AK and AR stock adapter. So technically, if I go with the AR stock adapter, we can come over here and use this. Yeah, bro, that's crazy looking. I have a really good feeling about this. We're gonna go ahead and use this one. Ooh, and then we have a suppressor. This little baby looks dangerous. You may be asking yourself, Conroy, are you literally just gonna be building guns this entire video? Yup. Yeah, and? I'm sorry, brother. I really want to dip my toesies in this. I've been waiting to hear from the devs about this beta coming out for a minute, so I'm gonna take my sweet time and let it be a slow burn, okay, boys? You know what? Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it. Put a full-fledged scope on your PP91. Literally get out of here, bro. That's so funny. That looks so good. Ah, the man of the hour. My favorite gun to use in this entire game. The IZH. We're gonna mix and match a little bit, dude. But then I'm gonna switch it up on you last freaking minute, dude. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let me put you on there, and then creating the IZH 27 the way that God intended. Right here, boys. Okay, hold up. Let me do this really quick. I'm gonna swap out for a short barrel. We're gonna do a little stub nose, dude. Look at this freaking thing. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking, boys. This is full-fledged cooking, all right? Dude, something smells good in here. I think it's this IZH. That is actually probably the most beautiful weapon I've ever seen in my entire life. All right, don't at me in the comments about that. Clean up our workspace. Just throw everything underneath the table. I can't get my hands on a Benelli, but I can create an MP9, the new gun in this game. There isn't a ton of options for customizing this one, but it will be satisfying nonetheless, boys. So good, brother. That is satisfying. View on the bottom there. I'm happy. I'm so happy right now. MP9, everybody. Now we're gonna get into the good shit. We get to create our very own M4A1, and there's actually like, there's a decent amount of options here, boys. We have a bunch of different options for handguards, and we have the options for a short, medium, and long barrel. We're gonna go this one. I'm gonna go long barrel. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. I'm gonna use this. That is a super comfortable looking stock. And then of course, we're gonna go with the ergonomic grip. Then we got a couple of side rails that we can do. Like, oh my god, this is too fun. My favorite sight in the game. And then we're gonna put you right here. Yup. It is just crazy to me how much you can customize these guns now. Truly, I think that this needs to be in every single survival game, dude. Modular weapon building, and not only that, cleaning is a must-have. You know, matter of fact, boys, we're gonna get out of here in a second, and we're going to go clean a few of the parts that I was able to find while I was out in the zone. That's gonna be really fun. We got our SR25. Dude, this thing rips tits. Oh, yes. Can I put a riser rail on here? Dude, you can. We're approaching the end, my guys. I've basically made almost every single weapon except for the SVD and the G36. We got the silencer adapter and the stock adapter for the SVD. We're gonna absolutely deck out this SVD. Barrel. Bang. Bang. And if you don't want to use this stock, this baby comes with a stock adapter, so you could totally just go with whatever you're feeling, dude. Ergonomic grip. We're gonna do a Big Daddy scope on this freaking thing. Oh yeah. Alright, SVD is in the books. We got one more to go, boys. I don't know about you, but I have thoroughly enjoyed this video. I know, I've just been the one making all the guns, but by God, dude, it is fun. You know what? I'm gonna make a compact G36. We're gonna go short barrel, short handguard, everything short. Silencer? Seeing all of the different ways that we can customize our guns in here has just been an absolute treat, my dudes. There we go. This update is not disappointing so far. Now that I've gotten my hands on pretty much everything that there is to offer in the home base, let me make a couple of extra notes. If we're being honest here, the textures, they're looking very crispy. Somebody definitely did some rebaking. The textures are looking fucking phenomenal in here. You can see a bunch of little splotches, some dirt, dude, grime, even more so than last time. If you look closely at the window, you can see some watermarks from somebody trying to clean the window. The asphalt out here is looking very highly detailed. I don't think these little dust particles were here before. These little dust effects. Look at this. We have little pieces of dust floating around in the air. Looks like maybe somebody repainted the stop over here. I'm not 100% sure. But when are we going to be allowed into the shooting range? All right, that's what I want to know next. Other than that, boys, let's do a little bit of cleaning. Check that out, dude. It's no longer that weird gold color. Whoa. Ooh, that is looking beautiful, boys. It seems like the time to clean for each of these parts too has gotten shortened a little bit. But basically, my guys, that is the end of this week's video. Next week, we're going to be exploring the different maps and locations to see everything that the devs have changed in this beta update. There's a lot to see. I don't want to rush through everything. I want to make sure that we really get a good look at all of the new details in this beta. Shout out to the boys! Thank you, boys, for supporting the channel. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Like the video if you liked it. Consider subscribing. I'm going to be venturing out into the zone, seeing all of the crazy new changes to the maps, Forest, Peninsula, the Pachorsk outskirts, where we should be seeing a bunch of new artifacts. We're going to test out this upgraded artifact detector. I'm going to get to see the new variant of the fragment. We're also going to get to see the new interiors to buildings. We're going to discover a bunch of new items, new objects that you can find out in the zones. We're going to get to hear new sound effects, hopefully new mimic voice lines, and a whole bunch more. So I hope you guys are doing good. Have an amazing rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Wave goodbye to them, John. There you go, buddy. John says goodbye, everybody. All right, we'll see you on the next one.